Hello, welcome to Glasstire's Top 5, where we count down the top 5 shows and events in the arts in Texas. My name is Christopher Blay.
I'm William Sarradet.
And we're going to dive right in. Number 5 on the list is Finding Necessities at the ICOSA Collective, and that show goes from November 13th through the 22nd.
This is a juried group exhibition curated by Sydney Morey. Sydney Morey graduated from the University of Houston with a BFA in photography and digital media. She's curating a group exhibition here that's about curiosity, resistance, healing, imagination. There's 8 artists involved. We've seen some of these types of shows over the past year, and here there's a little bit of Sydney Morey coming in from Houston to curate works about healing from a lack of tenderness.
I can completely identify with this idea of the need for healing and the need for just sort of like trying to jumpstart your creative space because there's so much going on. So I'm definitely going to look forward to this one from ICOSA. Number 4 on our list is Hair Story, the myths, magic, and methods of Black hair. It's going to be at the African American Museum in Dallas, and it goes from November 14th through February 13th of 2021. The show features Art Fro Creations, Sierra L. Bryant, Danielle Demetria, Phoenix Ray, LaShonda Cooks, Loose Medium, and Yuvaline Joseph. So the show is really centered around Black hair. People want to touch your hair as a Black person or talk about it. And it's just this sort of weird space that has spiritual, political intersections. The show intends to explore all those issues around hair, good hair, bad hair, everything.
Yeah, and we want to encourage Glasstire readers, again, to check out the calendar listing. They're going to have a couple of different activations for this show. I believe there's a poetry workshop. They're going to have a drive-in mini film festival. So along with the works you should see in the gallery, they're going to have other ways to talk about this subject and engage with it. So if you're interested, definitely make sure you check the calendar. Number 3 on our list is Breaking Tradition, Contemporary Approaches to the Decorative Arts at the Houston Center for Contemporary Craft. That show opened in October, actually. It's up through the new year, January 2nd, 2021. And it features 3 artists, Sophie Glenn, Stephen Young Lee, and Beth Lippman. And they're all working in traditional decorative arts, but here they're expanding and exploring tradition a little more, which is something that the Houston Center for Contemporary Craft does.
Number 2 on our list is Casey Leone, What is to Give Light Must Endure Burning. Casey's work has traditionally been photographic, printmaking, two-dimensional, and here she's sort of exploring spaces that display art or catalog art and just kind of creating a space, a void that talks about how those institutions function.
Casey's work is usually conceptual. She deals a lot with the inner workings of historical record and how that is presented. The Fort Worth Community Arts Center puts on a lot of shows, and it's good to see a local having a solo show during these times. I'm sure Casey's work is probably dealing with some pretty contemporary themes currently.
Yeah, we're looking at a lot of museums right now and how museums function, what their roles are. This is a subject that is implied in the work that she's doing at this show. And speaking of the Fort Worth Community Arts Center, the gallery director there, Giovanni Valderas, is actually our number 1 pick for this week. His work is going to be at the Nasher Sculpture Center for a continuation of their series, Nasher Public.
You actually interviewed the first Nasher Public artist, Bernardo Valerino, on our new podcast series, Artist on Artist.
That's right. Yeah, the work is going to be in the space that was formerly the gift shop. And I don't know if the gift shop is returning, but certainly not in the immediate future. And so this space is being used for that.
Yeah, this feels like a re-examining or a expansion of their coronavirus pandemic initiative, Nasher Windows, where they commissioned solo artists to do installations in the front windows of the Nasher. Now it's moved into the Nasher shop, as you've mentioned. For this exhibition, Giovanni Valderas has recreated a scale model of the 1986 Nissan Sentra, which is the first car that his mother bought and learned to drive in. We're seeing Valderas's pinata work, as he does frequently, but now the conditions, the context, of course, have changed a little bit.
You know, Giovanni is such a complex artist. He's worn a lot of different hats in the art world, and you know, from a gallery director in Dallas to the gallery director at the Community Art Center in Fort Worth. But he's also run for political office. He's very engaged, and his work just sort of connects across the board from the art world to the real world.
It's a great time for him to show at the Nasher, and we're excited to see this initiative continue.
And there you have it. That's our top 5 for the week of November 12th. The case numbers are still going up really high. So if you don't feel comfortable going out, definitely see some art. But if you can, mask up, maybe even wear some gloves and go see some art.